Let's move on to expressions inside the absolute value requiring you to understand how to do BEDMAS. So these expressions will involve, I will do these two first and then we'll do more examples. But they'll involve multiplication, division, brackets, exponents, etc. Let's start off. So the general principle, again, just to recap, is to evaluate or simplify the interior of the absolute value as much as you can, and you want to keep the absolute value at each step, and then once you can't simplify any further, then you take the absolute value. Let's do the examples to show you what that means. We know we can simplify this, so let's do that. We keep the absolute values because we can simplify it, so we don't take the absolute value yet. The first part, 3 plus 2, is 5. Since this is inside of the brackets, we do that aspect first. So we have 5 minus, and then 5 times 2 is 10. We know we can simplify it further, so we keep the absolute value symbol again. Now we have 5 minus 10, which is negative 5. And we can't simplify any further, so now we evaluate the absolute value, which is the absolute value of negative 5, which gives us 5 as the final answer. Let's do the next example. We have the following expression. So brackets, exponents, division, and multiplication. So we're going to evaluate this part first. We're going to keep the absolute value symbol because we can still simplify the expression. So 8 divided by 4 is 2, plus 2 minus, what is 3 times 4? That's 12. Now we go to the next step. We keep the absolute value because we can still simplify. So the result, wait, what happened here? Oh, this is the absolute value symbol. So now let's just evaluate this. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 12. This is 4, not 2. So we have 4 minus 12. We keep the absolute value because we can simplify once more, and we get negative 8. Now we evaluate the absolute value, and we have a result of 8. Let's do a few more examples. Faster, 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 faster. The trusty notebook. Okay, we'll just do these last two examples. So the first one, we have 3 to the power of 2 minus 9 plus 3 times 2. Now, we know through BEDMAS, we have to evaluate the 3 to the power of 2 first. So we keep the absolute value symbol because we can still simplify. Okay, I'm just going to continue it here. Okay, what do we have to do now? We know that the next priority is the multiplication of 3 times 2. We keep the absolute value. So I'll just leave this here. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. And then I guess I'll write it here. 9 minus 9 is 0 plus 6. And then we get absolute value of 6, and that's just 6. So we kept the absolute value all the way to the final, this step, because we couldn't simplify any further. Let's do this expression, or this example. What do we have to do first? We have to do the brackets first. So we keep the absolute value symbol. We get 4 times 3 to the power of 2 minus 4 plus 1. What do we do next? The next thing we have to do is we have to evaluate the 3 to the power of 2. Okay, and now we're just left with addition and subtraction. So let's do that. So here we have -5 minus 4 plus 1, which is equals to what? This is -9 plus 1. And then we evaluate -1 plus 1, which is -8. And then I don't know if you can see it's already here. The final result is 8, because the absolute value of -8 is 8. As you can see, it's not that hard. All you have to do is you have to understand fundamentally the BEDMAS, the order of operations in which you have to evaluate the expression inside the absolute value. Once you've done that and you can't go any further, like here, then you take the absolute value of the expression.